From intense action-packed sequences to crazy treasure hunting adventures, this season of Outer Banks was a wild ride. But what's up with that time jump at the end? And why did we just skip over 18 whole months? Outer Banks kept doing what it does best in its third season, giving us a lot of drama about kids growing up, a lot of close calls, and some serious treasure hunting escapades. In the last few minutes of the most recent season, an 18-month time jump was used to set up the future of the show, which, by the way, had already been planned before the third season came out. Now, I have to say, in the history of TV, time jumps haven't always worked out well. More recently, a show like Riverdale, which has some of the same teen drama points as Outer Banks, took a risk by making its cast 7 years older and taking them out of school.
You got leg sharp, bro? You're looking for Sarah. She gone.
Sarah.
This made the characters almost impossible to recognize from the last time viewers saw them. Sometimes, like with Desperate Housewives and One Tree Hill, a time jump is the only way to keep a show going for more than one season. So what will this jump of a year and a half mean for Outer Banks?
Let's go kill something.
You don't have to say it like that.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what we're gonna do.
It sounds so barbaric.
Wow.
Okay, John B., your turn. Truth or dare?
All right. Truth.
Truth?
Truth.
This is exciting.
From what I can tell by the last scene, there have been some changes between the characters and maybe even with the rest of the cast. Now that all of this has happened, where will the characters find themselves? A discussion between John B. and Sarah at a ceremony honoring the 6 stars for finding them tells us a lot of what we know. With John B. talking about how different things feel, we find out that he and Sarah own a killer surf shop together, but from the looks on his face, it's clear that this isn't enough excitement for the young thrill seeker.
Okay, so all I'm asking is for you to wrap this thing up so that we can move on.
As for the others, we all know that JJ now has his own charter boat, which makes sense since he grew up near the water and showed how well he knew it when Kiera used her own boat to get away from Sing's men earlier in Season 3. Kiera is now saving turtles, Pope is going to school, and even though Cleo is on stage with them, nothing is said about her. That's all the show decided to show as a preview for the next season.
I've almost got the new papers ready, you know? Passports, bank accounts. I got this.
I like the Mad Dog part.
Just put that back. Put it back. Be cool.
The next big adventure will start when an older man comes up to them with a diary about Blackbeard's ship. This is the clear moment that will bring the show's main characters back together in Season 4. No matter how far away they get from the Pogue life, this is what will bring the gang back together. So excited for the next season. But what more can be understood from the final sequence? As with any good show, there are some important things that aren't said in this scene that point to important things that will happen in the next season.
Siècle. Regardez sur votre tablette, s'il vous plaît.
Oui, d'accord.
Ça va, merci.
By the end of Season 3, Pope and Cleo had built up a lot of chemistry, and the way they hold hands on stage makes it clear that they're a couple. Even though Sarah has been back and forth with Topper this season, it looks like John B. and Sarah are still together. Sadly, I can't say the same about Key and JJ. They really don't give off any "we're dating" vibes, and JJ, who is wearing a leather jacket, almost seems to be somewhere else or a little far away during the ceremony. Maybe they tried after their kiss in the second-to-last episode, but it didn't work out? That's just a guess, but I'm sure they'll talk about it in the 4th season. Talking about the last ceremony, the parents seemed very happy. Anna and Mike are in the stands cheering for their daughter and her friends, so things must not be as difficult at home for Kiera as they were the last time we saw them. I mean, something must have happened in the past 18 months for the parents to be where they are now. The last time we saw them, they were sending her to Kitty Hawk against her will. Mike was going to threaten JJ to never come back, and there's no way they were happy when they found out Mike had broken their daughter out of the camp. Hayward and Kara, Pope's parents, are also seen applauding in the crowd. This makes sense since they are the most understanding of everything that happened on their child's treasure hunt. Deputy Shoop and Mr. Sun are also well-known people. Rafe and his drug-dealing partner Barry are missing, but both of them should play important roles in Season 4. Rafe will be even more determined to make it big now that his father is dead and his sister just helped bring back the treasure from El Dorado. This adventure had the perfect end.
What was that?
Amazing. A text from our friend Jimmy Portis.
But that's not it. They even set up the next season. What will be the mystery next season? The show's writers didn't try to hide the fact that the end of Season 3 set up the plot of Season 4. After 18 months have passed since John B. and Sarah found El Dorado and were praised for it, the Pogues are asked to take on their next mission. A man who doesn't give his name gives them a manuscript from 1718. It has the captain's logs and exhibition notes of Edward Teach, who is better known as the pirate Blackbeard. Blackbeard's hidden treasure will be found in Outer Banks Season 4, which is a clear tease. With the story of Outer Banks Season 4 moving into full-on pirate wreckage, there is more evidence that the show will keep getting bigger. This could mean adding some supernatural forces to the Pogues' journey. Since the legend about Blackbeard's riches says that the dead pirate's spirit protects it. If the 4th season of Outer Banks wants to make the stakes higher than a mythical city of gold, adding ghosts and the supernatural would be one way to do so. Although, if the show goes on for too long, they might ruin all that they've done. Season 4 might be the last season. After the cast of Outer Banks went to the Poguelandia convention, Netflix announced then that the show would be back for another round of treasure hunting. We have confirmation on the 4th season of Outer Banks. It will have to be even more exciting than the 3rd season.
And I got screwed because of it, okay? So don't get that look when I say I'm a victim, all right? I am.
Orders? Are you in here?
The Pogues' most recent trip to South America to look for El Dorado was by far their biggest adventure to date. The 3rd season of Outer Banks had more action throughout the story, but a mythical city was added because the story needed a bigger idea than the Royal Merchant or the Cross of Santo Domingo. This meant adding more tension to the story and making the stakes higher everywhere. Season 4 of Outer Banks will have to find a way to top this. This could set up one of two ways for the show to end, and sadly, that would mean that Season 4 will be it for Outer Banks.
He's ready.
I've come to believe that you and your friends are in possession of something that can help me get what I want.
But hey, that might not be a bad thing if they go out with a bang. The 3rd season helped set up the next adventure, which is a bigger story that could be even more intense. The plan could be to end the rivalry between the Pogues and the Kooks with an epic 4th season. Or if it isn't, Outer Banks Season 4's bigger story and higher stakes will make the show's final season have to do even better.
We'll take it from here.
As long as I get my bounty.
Borrowed it for a minute.
What are you doing?
Sending a message from beyond the grave.
I really think the 4th season has the potential to be the last one. If they drag it on for too long, it may lose the quality that they've maintained up till now. That's all for the Outer Banks Season 3 time jump and what it can lead to.